what you're wearing. What color is your panty?
Oh, it's red.
What you're wearing.
I said it's red. Oh. It's red. What are you wearing, Robbie?
My Clay Thompson jersey.
I'm
Only.
I'm commando right now. It's hot in here. What are you hot?
Do you want to see my peck?
Yeah.
I already see it in my head. I remember what it looked like last
Do
time.
you remember?
It's like
Can I see your titi?
Oh, hang on. Hold on. I'll be back.
Where you going?
I need to take my medicine.
What medicine?
I do like the whispering because your mom and dad are in the next room.
It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad. What a trip to see you in the flesh, because I've just been watching your videos ever since I started following you a few months ago.
Thank you.
And so shout out to you, and to hear your real voice, because I was telling you downstairs, it was so hard to find your real identity, and to see okay, are you gonna come on this show as Bong, or as Robbie Joves, or as Dennis? So I mean, you said you get that a lot.
Yeah, only because for the most part, it, like you said, most people, if they just happen or they figure it out, okay, you're the guy doing the videos, then they want the character, or they know the character, they don't know me. So it's just when they see me out in public and they're like, wait, is that him? No, that can't be him. But then if they come up to me and ask me, and it's like, oh, it's weird. How come you sound like that? What do you mean? How come that? This is how I sound.
They get disappointed.
Not disappointed, but it's just like you just said, it's a trip, because it's like they're so used to just seeing the videos with the accent and the character. Then when I'm actually talking to them, then it's like, well, that's how you sound like? Yeah, this is how I sound.
You're a normal person, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, that's not who I really am.
Is it tough for you to go to a seafood city or an island Pacific without getting recognized?
No.
No?
No. I mean,
they know me because I shop there a lot, not because I'm famous.
No, what I mean, they won't recognize me. I guess it's certain.
You blend in because there's so many Filipinos.
Yeah, they'll ask me, you know where I can find some,
They think you're working there?
Yeah.
Well, because you have some videos at the fish market, which is a screenshot of the Vallejo fish market in the seafood city.
Yeah. Order 43, hurry up. Your piece is ready. Pick it up. Hurry up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up. Hurry up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up. Order 24, hurry up. Your piece is ready. Pick it up.
Should we say hello and say hi and introduce ourselves?
Absolutely.
And so I know we're 25 minutes in.
But no, let's just welcome the baddies. So baddies, welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant. Today we are joined by one of our biggest guests that we've had on the podcast, a staple of the Filipino culture, specifically in the Bay Area. We have Dennis Barcelona.
Yes.
Attaboy.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me on the podcast in the room.
You're in our podcast now.
Thank you for reaching out and having me here to talk in my normal voice and not have to.
Is it a treat to get to talk in your normal voice? Do people just say, "Hey, can you just do the accent?"
Do the thing. Do the thing.
It is not always, but at times, hey, say this, say that. Oh no, what's up? All right, bye. Okay, I'll do that later. Just watch the video. I'll do it then. Yeah.
Do you ever catch yourself slipping since you've done so many videos as your character?
Yes.
It's kind of like Heath Ledger doing the Joker, that you've method acted and become Tito Bong.
Yeah.
That it's just hard to break character sometimes.
You can never look at a hot tub the same way.
And I think I've always done the accent, growing up, because it's the accent that I grew up listening to. So before the videos, it's you joke with your friends, you joke with your family. So I always did it. Mm-hmm. And then now I guess everyone can relate to that because they heard it too. So now they just want to hear me do it. But it's I don't know. I guess it's just a part of having a character that people know that I guess I got to do it.
It's the part of fame.
It's a double-edged sword of being a character actor. Look at Jaleel White. Oh, I'm sorry, Urkel.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know who the actor was, but yeah, Urkel. He's just shadowed by that character forever and ever. But I mean, let's right off the bat, between the two characters that you portray.
Who do you like more?
Exactly.
And why is it Tito Bong?
Why is it? So who do I like more? It's split, 50-50. Like, when I first started doing the characters, there was no. It was just let's just do whatever, and then I started on my own. Just all right, let's split them up. So Tito Bong, the character, is supposed to be what I grew up with. The uncles, my dad, my grandparent, or other people's Filipino uncle or dad, and that was what I grew up on. So it's more like they were born in the Philippines, they're here now, and this is them living in American
with all the stories
society
and
culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whereas Robbie was more like he grew up. He was born in the Philippines, but he came here earlier in his age. So now he's with American culture, trying to be hip with. I'm cool, like using the slang and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of that. I wanted to do both sides of it.
Yeah,
so
sure.
So I wouldn't say I like one more than the other, but I mean I feel more comfortable doing the Tito Bong side because
why?
It's just what I could just. There's so many characters, not characters, people that I could get some content from or from memories and stuff like that. Like for Tito Bong, it's like. The catchphrase is hello, hello.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, my wife's uncle would keep calling her and leaving the voicemail.
Hello.
And he started every voicemail with hello, 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 hello. Like, it's like, I heard you the first hello, hello. Why are you still saying hello, hello again? And why are you saying a couple of things like, hey, hello, hello. Do you think you can, what is this? But hello, like I get it, but that was just so. Once I heard that, and then I realized, like, damn, he's not the only one that says that. Like my dad said that. I've had a couple uncles, just random Filipinos that you don't know that you hear. They repeat the hello, and they repeat. It's a lot of repetition with what they say. And
then even with Robbie Joves, who is this teenager, he says yo yo yo.
Yeah, that's why
trying to be cool, man.
Exactly, yo yo yo.
Which I felt kind of attacked. I wasn't born in the Philippines, but I noticed myself, like younger me, I'd be like yo yo yo.
Hey,
I would say it.
Tell the truth now.
I was born here, San Francisco Kaiser, but thank you very much.
We'll see. I've got a couple guys working on some things. We'll see, buddy.
Robbie Joves was how
Robbie Joves went to high school with us.
Basically,
Robbie Joves went to high school with us.
There was an actual person, or just
that character went to high school with us.
Really, there was
at least 5 of them.
The video that I was introduced to you was when he was spitting game to Marites. When you have like like a fat ass home line phone.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
Hello? Yo, yo, yo. Can I speak to Marites?
Who's this? You know what time is it? It's late. Don't call back. Stupid shit.
What's up, Marites? It's your boy, Robbie Joves from Hercules, a.k.a. Heartthrob Robbie Joves, a.k.a. Robbie Romance, a.k.a. Rowdy Robbie Piper. And you'll find out why they call me Piper.
Building that character and seeing it, because my foundation for my comedic journey, I grew up with Rex Neveready, who I'm sure you're very familiar with, right? And so
mine was Jerry Seinfeld.
But for Family Party, I watched his special so many times that like I memorized his set and whatnot. And at family parties, they told me, do it for us. And so I've acquired that Filipino accent and doing that. And especially like if you were to ever meet her mom, she has a thick Filipino accent.
Mine as well, and I'm pretty sure.
Is that a character you think you'd ever try? Is the Filipino auntie?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't try. Why not? I mean, I've never tried it, so I could try it. I mean,
it's not off the table.
Yes. Yeah. I wouldn't.
I don't play women, Christian.
No, I would definitely.
Very progressive.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, like it's kind of like how like Joe Coy, like that, like one of most of his comedy, he talks about his mom, and that's like the introduction to like his Filipino side. So everybody knows about his mom, and I mean, he's not doing a character, but he's trying to, I guess he says that's what he grew up with his mom. Like his mom was a big thing in his life, and that accent and just that. And then, you know, like you said, like that's everybody's. His mom is my mom, and it's just like my mom, thick ass accent and mispronunciation of words and over the top. Like it's like, oh, you acted like we're living in a soap opera right now, and you're a character in the soap opera, Filipino soap opera, and like it's like, you know, that's like, it sounds like, you know, I don't know if it's being a stereotype, but it's true. It's not a stereotype. My mom was like his mom, and his jokes are relatable because of that.
Yeah. It's just the Filipino mom exists within every single Filipino family. Because our mom is, I mean, that's where I got a lot of my comedy. I told you, I moved to Benicia in the 7th grade, which is predominantly white. And so me trying to fit in with friends was doing the Filipino accent. And the Filipino accent was not necessarily...
Now you can see why I said my thing.
But it stemmed from I wouldn't grab it from like an anonymous uncle, like your Tito Bong, even though we do have a Tito Bong, who probably says hello.
He says goodbye.
They don't. Though.
They don't say bye. Really,
yeah, they
do
don't.
this.
Yeah, like
okay.
All right, sige.
Yeah. So people would say, do your mom's voice.
Yeah.
And be like, okay. So my crutch was doing the auntie, like, oh hi, my name's Rosemary Baltasar, right? And it's just such this. So I'm more comfortable doing the.
Do you have a great Tita voice?
Yeah, I'm more comfortable doing the Tita voice, but like I applaud you for nailing the uncle voice. Yeah. Real quick, can you bring the mic closer to your face?
I'm sorry.
You are so good with that accent because there are parts of the accent that I cannot even come close to mastering. The switching of the P's and the F's takes so much thought.
He does like chunks of dialogue where it's just every single one.
Yeah, it's like well thought. Is that natural, or is that something you have to like look at the sentence you're going to say in the video?
That's just natural. Like in the beginning though, like I realized like, you know, like it's not consistent. And obviously like when I say not consistent, I'm talking like just like look it up or listen to my dad talk or like my uncle talk. Sometimes they switch it, sometimes they don't. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's consistently like obviously they're not paying attention. It's like subconsciously they're saying, but then other times it's, you know, it's just a regular P where the P is supposed to be with F, but I don't know. It's just now that when I see a P, I see a F, so I know like I gotta say it.
So
like,
you are getting lost in the sauce. Like you are becoming Tito Bong.
No, but before that,
this is an intervention
because you keep.
You thought it was a podcast.
Oh no!
Bring out his
mom. Please stop. Yeah, but no,
dude. I think the family. The family. Sorry.
I still like because I talk in the accent so much. When I talking like this and I'm talking so much, then I'll start like saying words in the accent or like I'll say it wrong. Like I don't know. You know, it's just like I'm talking to you. Like, hey, you guys want to go play with this? Like, no, you know, like, but it's like, it just
comes out.
It comes out. Like,
that's nuts.
Or like, I'll say something wrong. Like, hey, you guys want to close the light? I mean, close the door. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. Like, I'm not trying to, but I don't know if it's because I keep saying stuff in the accent, then I start switching back and forth. But
yeah, it's so natural to you. This character is so natural to you that it is now a part of Dennis.
It's kind of like when your dad always says the wrong name. And you're like, why can't you just say the right name, Dad? Yeah, like, you know that you've said it right in the past. And I find myself sometimes like, I'm not Filipino. And like, but I've always been mistaken for Filipino. Since I was a little kid, I've always had titas and aunties come up to me like, are you Filipino? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not actually, but thank you.
Crazy.
It's the vague Asian. It's the South Pacific Asian that I have. But it's
because I can imagine non-Filipinos mistaking you for Filipino, but usually Filipinos, we could kind of we smell each other from a mile away.
I get the like, are you half or something? I've never been mistaken for a full Filipino for sure. Mm-hmm. But I've always gone like, is it your mom? Is it your dad? And like, no, neither. I've got like.
Do people ever think? Stupid question. Do people ever think that you're not Filipino? I mean, but you're literally wearing a shirt that says Senior Gang Records.
Yeah.
No, they think she's African.
I have been. Like not Filipino. I've gotten one time like still Asian, like Cambodian or
something. Well, Cambodians hella look like Filipinos.
With long hair,
and
maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like That
Not quite curly enough.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
South
Or
Pacific for sure.
a couple times Mexican, and I was like, I don't know.
Mexicans, Filipinos, they get together. We get together pretty well, pretty easy.
Yeah.
How it is.
A lot of similarities in the Latin culture and Filipino culture for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
The Spanish also ruined and plundered your family and your villages for thousands of years.
Wait,
Us too.
What a coincidence.
So many words are the same.
My last name is also Garcia.
Do you speak fluent Tagalog?
No.
Do you speak Tagalog?
I obviously know the bad words, the curse words. I try my best to speak in Tagalog or like try to carry a sentence, but I don't know. I mean,
it's tough. Dude.
Yeah, and people say, but your accent sounds good. But it's like, no, but when I'm saying Tagalog words in the accent, I guess because I don't know the language, it doesn't come out the right way. Like if I'm saying reading a sentence in English with an American with a Filipino accent, then it works. But like when I'm like, I can't say like speak Tagalog and it's like, oh yeah, that's your first language, right? No.
Well, just because you got the accent down,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, look at any comedian that is an impressionist.
Yeah.
Does not mean they know the language,
Yeah,
dude.
but then I mean, I grew up with the language, and my parents, they're Pangasinan, so it's another dialect. Yeah, but then they also spoke Tagalog, and because everybody in the Philippines should know
the universal
Tagalog.
dialect.
But it's still like I can't even speak that. Like I can understand everything that my parents say in that dialect of Pangasinan, but when I try to respond to them, I really have to like think about it before I say it. I can't just say, even though I know the words that they're saying, like they could talk to me and then somebody won't know what they're saying. I could translate to them in English what they're saying. But if I were trying to communicate back to them,
Well, saying it is tough.
yeah, for real. Yeah.
When they say it to you, is it translating in your brain to English, or are you understanding the words that they're saying? You know what I mean?
I think I'm understanding it in English.
Because when someone speaks Spanish to me, I have to take that half a second or a second to like transfer to English first.
Yeah.
And then I can respond. And generally my responses will be in English.
Yeah.
Or very badly put together, like poor grammar Spanish.
Yeah.
But like I know the words, and I always tell people like I understand way more Spanish. I think I could survive in Mexico and just telling everybody I'm a mute. Just never responding and just listening to people. I could pretty much like get by.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean, because some people, like I have cousins who hear Spanish and they just understand the Spanish word. They just know. So I guess that would make you fluent, right? Hearing a language and just automatically understanding the language, as opposed to having to transfer to your language first and then.
I wouldn't say fluent. I would say that's there's still
a better
obvious,
understanding.
Better understanding for sure. Well, Tagalog already or Filipino dialects, in my opinion, are super fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because the word changes in such a silly fashion if it's going to be present tense, past tense, or future tense.
Yeah.
Like one way you say it with a smile and one way you say it like with a sad
You might
face.
as well. I mean, so the verb that is to watch something is nood, right? And then, I don't know, this is where I'm lost. There's manonood. And then...
Wait, what does that mean?
I think I'm going to watch manonood. Na kami ito, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like a bunch of Filipino scholars that were making up Tagalog got together and were just making it difficult for any outsider to learn the language.
And right as they were writing it, the Spaniards showed up and they're like, fuck, now we got to add this shit into it too?
All right, I guess we'll have basura, cuchara, cuchilla, and we'll share this shit. Yeah.
We'll change some of the words.
But even like the bad words in Tagalog, can you agree with me? They're the silliest sounding things.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if someone calls you a puto, even if you don't know what it means, like it still kind of hurts your feelings.
But also, if someone calls us a puto here,
You're like, dessert?
Dessert?
Yeah. You
There's a
want some
dessert called
Yeah.
like where?
Yeah. It's like, okay, I'll have some.
I'm hungry.
Sometimes it's a dessert in Mexico too, buddy.
Or like, let's say, dirty talk. Okay, Robbie Joves, dirty talking to Marites.
Okay.
Is so fucking funny because it's not sexy sounding at all.
No.
What kind of panty you
Yeah,
wearing?
exactly. But,
Which is shit that they would actually say.
yeah, that's true. Or people would like, what, like, the stuff that I do, like, I've heard it before. It comes from a story. So that somebody I knew, a girl was getting prank called, and they would say, what size is your fondue? What kind of fondue? Yeah, right there. Like, and they're like, and then like, what the hell? They just keep saying the same thing. What you're wearing? What color is your fondue? So it's like, why is that like? there have been people that say like the Filipino accent is sexy, and
Who says that?
there's people. I don't know if it's the people
Who?
that are with them that are not
All
Filipino.
right, let's play a game right now.
Yeah, okay.
We're all going to try to dirty talk in a Filipino accent, and we're going to try to authentically sound as sexy as possible. Dennis, you go first.
I'm just gonna go with what you're wearing. What color is your panty?
Oh, it's red.
Oh, she's also Filipino, so she likes it then. So she gets it.
But I would be in Tagalog and not. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're here now, so they talk like that. What you're wearing?
I said it's red. It's red. What are you wearing, Robbie?
My Clay Thompson jersey.
I'm
Only.
I'm commando right now. It's hot in here. What are you hot?
Do you want to see my peck?
Yeah.
I already see it in my head. I remember what it looked like last time.
You remember?
It's like it's
Can
like
can I see your titi?
oh, hang on. Hold on. I'll be back.
Where you going?
I need to take my medicine.
What medicine?
I do like the whispering because you know your
know
mom
why?
and dad are in the next room. You know
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
family in this
But-
one house.
Nothing about that to me. Like,
I'm not turned on even a little
If
bit.
you have a boner after listening to this podcast, if you're driving in your car and you listen to this and you crash because you thought that was hot, then you have issues.
No, you owe us money.
Like imagine calling a sex hotline and you're expecting the sexiest voice, but it's
1-800
just
Sexy Manila.
yeah.
that's actually an idea that I wanted to do for a skit where
Right.
it was like Tito Bong is his first day at work at the sex hotline, and
You should.
but yeah, still just put it's on the shelf for at a later time. But it would be something like that.
But there's so many good jokes in there already.
yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's yeah.
To break down like any dirty talk that's in Filipino, that's in Tagalog.
Yeah.
It's the accent itself that's tough.
Yeah.
The sexual words are usually just syllables said twice.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
That's what you've told me.
Yeah.
right? I mean, vagina is peck.
That's what you've told me. I've never looked it up in a dictionary, but I'm sure I'll take your word for it.
Penis, the sillier way to say penis is titi.
Yeah.
The more formal way is tutong.
Yeah.
Pinos.
See, I didn't even know there was a formal way. I just always thought it was titi or like other like I still don't
come
know
on.
the
Dennis,
dialects.
Dennis, a doctor's not going to come in and be like, well, your titi's falling off.
He's going to say, well, your tutong's falling off, which doesn't sound any better.
Yeah.
Well, your
true.
penis is falling off.
Yeah.
We're in Fremont, Kaiser.
Or what does
I have to
buki
pee.
mean?
I'm sorry. I'll be
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Buki means the act of in and out.
I only knew.
Now I have to hear this.
I only knew. I didn't know there was a phrase that was the act of. I only know one pookie is
Buki.
pookie. Yeah, is another word for a female private part. I didn't know
Really?
pookie was in and
Oh,
out.
I don't know. This is my confusion.
I know.
And then the dialects, like there's like my brother, he doesn't know. Well, he doesn't know the difference because he's heard my parents speak in their dialect most of his life, but then he's also heard them speak in Tagalog. So when people talk to him in Tagalog, he doesn't know if it's Pangasinan or a thing. But I don't know why I picked it up. I was able to differentiate. Oh, that's two different dialects. But then certain words are obviously the same. Like we were talking about, like, Tagalog words are the same in Spanish.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. Like we were talking about tutong. I may have heard that, but maybe it was the first time I heard it. I don't know.
Because I'm more familiar with tutong than I am with titi.
See?
That sounds so bad if
Yeah.
the sentence was isolated.
So I've only heard either titi and then I've heard piñot. But then I don't
What?
See? Piñot.
Pinyot?
Piñot. I don't know how to spell it. I've been spelling it Pinyot.
The issue with Filipino dialects and the dirty words they associate it with is that they're making it sound too cute. If I want my titi to sound manly, first of all, I shouldn't lead with the word titi.
Yeah.
Gusto mo yung titi
Yeah.
ko. Like
Yeah.
no, that sounds that's.
Do you like my
Yeah.
penis?
Do you want my penis?
Yeah,
Do you like my penis? Yep.
Yeah.
Do you like or want this penis of mine?
Yeah. See,
Yes.
okay. Can you dirty talk in Spanish? What are the things you
Really
can say?
talking English. Where my sunglasses go?
I don't know. You left in the bathroom.
No, I can. I mean, we talked about this in the last episode. I'm not a good dirty talker. I'm a great dirty texter.
In Spanish or in English?
In English, bro. I barely
want-
speak Spanish, period, let alone text in Spanish. But yeah, I mean, I was in a long distance relationship for like years. I got really good at like dirty texting.
Mm-hmm. But how about dirty calling? Like you would have like what we were just talking about.
Yeah, no, I mean, it took us 4 years for listening to this podcast to finally be okay with the sound of my voice. I can't be like, now you're gonna listen to me say
dirty,
nasty shit.
But you could text
and then
it.
sometimes like I could text something and then read it out loud and then be like, why what am I even doing?
Mm-hmm.
But it reads sometimes better. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But like,
I don't know. I send it and hope that it went over well. I hope they're reading it the way I sent it.
So wait, okay. To shift back to Robbie Joves, that character came from because you had a friend that was getting prank calls from a Filipino.
Just that portion of that particular video where like he's you said I'm on the phone or Robbie Joves is talking to Marites and like, hey, what you wearing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fati. So that part, that joke particularly, somebody got prank called and they just kept saying. So whenever I would see that person, what you're wearing? Like, what color is your Fati? Like, are you wearing tongue? Like that type of shit. But it's not like
Are you wearing?
But,
I'd like a Filipino version of the Whisper song. Please.
Mama, let me put it in your ear. Wow. Hello, it's the Yin Yang Twins. Dude, well, since you also do music, you should probably do a Filipino cover of Whisper.
I know. Oh, that's even more.
Just all
But on
the
Tagalog.
song.
Or that.
Or tong to tong
Whisper,
tong tong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tong to tong.
I am Sasha Pierce.
That's the thing.
How the single ladies.
At work, like I was telling you, I work at college, so like we play music during the day to help the late day go by easier. So we'll hear songs playing, and then that's how I would do these videos, or I've done these videos where I do a Filipino remix, but it's always like nasty and bustos. Like, so what we do is we always try to, if I hear a song, I can't think right now off the top of my head, but like if it's a song on the radio or that's playing, then I'll try to input or insert the word canto in there, how to rearrange the lyrics. So that's all I do is like we'll say a song, the song's playing, it's like the most sweetest love song, but I'll fuck it up by adding titi or pek or all the common Tagalog. I don't know. I guess that's a curse word, but yeah.
What are the Pangasinan dirty words that you know?
Damn.
And how do you spell them?
So Pangasinan. So the main ones, I mean, if we're gonna say if titi or tutong or piño, not for my parents it was. Well, not for my parents, so that'd be so weird.
Oh my God, you know what?
In their dialect there. My parents' dialect.
Hey, man, how do you say cock?
Yeah. Is utin. And that is the equivalent to titi. Yeah. So then if somebody, like, I had a friend that he kept calling, like, he knew that one of our other friends their parents had the same dialect. So he, it's utin. So he would say it in his American. He was like, oh man, this one of our other friends, he kept telling me about Uten spray. And I was like, what the fuck is a Uten spray? Because he's saying it with the American accent. So like, oh, Uten? He's like, yeah, that one. But yeah, he was like, I'm gonna hit you with the Uten spray. It's like, what the fuck is what is a Uten spray? But yeah, so
one of Thor's brothers.
and then pek. I don't know if that's Tagalog or just that's the
universal word.
Filipino word for vagina. But in my parents' dialect is puki or
might be puki.
Yeah, puki or
puki.
Bao. See, and then
it's butthole.
Yeah,
it sounds like
butthole.
butthole.
Yeah. But then see, and then also with these dialects, it's the region where they're at. So from what I hear, where my parents grew up in Pangasinan, like up the road, the city over, then you're into Ilocos. So now it's a whole nother dialect of Ilocano. But then I've heard Ilocano speak where it's like, oh, I know that word. My parents used to say that, but then they're like, oh, that's Ilocano. I was like, oh, but they're Pangasinan. So is there a crossover, like, because you're so close to the region where some of the words in the dialect is just same in each dialect, but not in Tagalog? See, that type of shit is like...
That's possible. There's so many dialects in the Philippines. I mean, there's like, we'd even talk about Visayan.
Yeah, Kapangpangan and... we just said there's so many, but I can only come...
There
Don't look
are
at me, I can't name any.
I know 4.
But there's supposedly over 7,000 different islands in the Philippines alone, which is just this small part of the world, which is nuts, right? And like, there's even regions of the Philippines where they're predominantly Muslim. When you get like, I think, which is why some parts of Indonesia are predominantly Muslim. So it's pretty crazy. What's your favorite part about Filipino culture and being a Filipino? Would you say?
Oh, the pussy you get.
I don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything specific. But then I feel like there's like similarities to the parts of the culture that other cultures have the same. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna say like family, but then every culture has that, like, you know, like Mexicans, Italians.
What's the Filipino culture and what's the immigrant culture? I think is the kind of the tough part because the immigrant culture is all of that. Yeah, close knit families, living in the same neighborhoods, having close, family.
It's like, no, I get it because it does exist within every single family. But, I mean, in my...
what would you say then? Because then I'll just say whatever you say, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That times 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Family.
But right? Family. I mean, that's every culture.
No, there's a lack of filter that exists, which could exist in every single culture, though. But there is this lack of filter, this tough love. Like, what I love about my mom is that she... is going to, if she's mad at me, then I know she's mad at me. But at least I know she's mad at me. My dad's a different story. My dad is the silent disappointed type, and I don't know if he's mad at me, and so he's more of a game.
He's silent disappointed, but also silent happy. So it's like, meh.
He's audibly proud, I would say, but like when it comes to disappointment, it's a scarier. Yeah,
he does this thing for happier and says,
he stays upstairs. That's the scary part.
I hope he's happy.
It sounds like my dad. It's like
your dad was the tougher.
Same thing. Like we're like the man of few words. It's like a stereotype, but it's not a stereotype if it's real. Like that's my dad was like that. I'm pretty sure my friends, my uncles were like that. To my cousins, like they don't have anything to say, and it's the same thing. Like they when they want to talk, they will talk, but if they're not talking, they're like, oh, are they mad? But maybe that's just. I don't know.
It's the best day of their life, but it looks the same.
Do you think a portion of it is because your dad was a part of the Navy, which toughened him up, would you say?
I think it's more his upbringing.
What was his upbringing like?
It's probably like that. Like, you're our kid. We're going to tell you how to act. Like, if we tell you to jump, you say how high. But the military probably did that too. But it's like, he would always tell me, I think I was talking recently, like, as a kid growing up, like, you don't have a voice. Whatever they tell you to do, you do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here, like he was telling me a story recently, like his mom was cooking and then she would tell him like, come here in the kitchen, put your toys down. I don't know, that wasn't the real story, but come over here in the kitchen and watch me cook, learn how to cook. Because if you get married and your wife don't know how to cook, then at least you'll know how to cook. And you can cook for both of you if she doesn't know how to cook. So it's that type of shit. Like, he didn't have a choice. Like, no, I'd rather go play with my toys, or I'd rather do this. Nah, come here now or learn this shit, or that. I'm going to tell you where to be. I'm going to tell you you have no voice. Even if I am wrong, I'm right. And you can't tell me that I'm wrong. Yeah. And then they put that on you. And like, but then we grew up here. Well, I grew up here. So it's like, nah, you're wrong. Like, no, you're wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
What was their weapon of choice when you were getting spanked?
A saber.
Whatever was handy. Well, usually, I guess, the chinelas, the slipper, the
wooden
slipper's
spoon.
A popular one.
Yeah.
A rice paddle, I've heard was a popular one.
What's a rice paddle?
Or the rice spoon, I'm sorry.
The
scooper. It's wide enough.
Wooden spoon was the same thing. Yeah, same size.
Belt, hand.
Belt, dude.
Yeah,
the barrel of a
metal
six-shooter.
Part of the belt.
The handle of my rapier.
The thick cowboy leather belt.
Dude, it was rough. Like, that's crazy. And that was just kind of the norm of growing up in a brown household. White families are
You could have painted the house.
Kind of, what?
You could have painted your house,
Pretty much.
No, white people, the kids run the house, dude. You ever remember the first time you went to a white person's house and they yelled at, like, their mom?
Yes, and then the mom just like, that's...
Oh,
That's just how it is.
Okay, Ryan, I'll talk to you at lunch.
Wild. But like growing up a brown kid in the States, that's kind of what just the norm. And like if your mom wasn't home, there was backup. Your grandma was home to do it, right? Yeah. And even though she didn't have as strong of a hand because she's an elderly lady, it was still a spanking nonetheless.
It was the history behind it.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's generational. Like they act the way they act because that's how they were raised. So when they raise their own kids, they're like, all right, this is all I know, so I'm gonna teach you how I was taught. Even though it might not have been right, that's all they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and then I'm over here like, I don't have any kids, but if I were to have kids, like I'm gonna break the generation, whatever.
Don't we think every parent says that though, and then they find themselves
doing the same thing. Yeah,
man. The older I get, I keep thinking to myself, man, my mom was right, and I don't want to admit that, but she definitely was right.
Yeah,
that's why I do the opposite of everything my mom says.
See, but I still say like what they were saying was right, but then the
message was wrong.
Yeah, or no, the presentation, the way to do it. Like if you want to discipline me, like hitting me across the face. It'll stop me in my tracks and make me listen. But if you want me to learn from, if you want me to learn from the mistake, all I'm gonna remember from the whole thing is you hitting me.
Drama, man. I mean, it's punishment versus positive reinforcement, right? Yeah. Which, there's a big difference between that. Did you have a good childhood? Did you like it?
Yeah, from what I can remember. I mean.
It was just beaten out of you?
Yeah, like
I think you blocked some trauma. I think that means it wasn't that great.
No, it was good, but like I said, like I could tell you, I was like how I was disciplined, but then I could also tell you like it was cool.
How I was praised.
Yeah. But it's just like it was both. Like
there's this balance, dude. Well, like I was talking before, there's this lack of filter that exists with Filipino parents, but also it's a weird thing when it's mixed with extreme hospitality because they'll feed you so much and they'll call you fat afterwards.
That is 100% true.
And like even the lack of filter that ties in with the gossip, the chismis that exists within the Filipino family, which I'm sure you hear with all the aunts. Who my brother was just telling me, he found out the other day that Marites is also the name for a girl that gossips a lot.
Yeah.
Was there intent behind choosing that name?
I did not know that until after I started using it. The one of the main reasons why I use the name Marites was like it is a very common, not common, but it's one of the Filipino names. Like, damn, that name does not sound like it sounds. I don't know if there's other cultures that's a common name, but Marites does not sound appealing. Like I was like, hey guys, I'm dating this girl. Her name is Marites. What? Mari who? Mary what? Mari what? Like, and then when you say that, like, that's she's known for that name or they're known for being the gossiper or whatever. I guess it just worked out perfectly.
Made it better, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like already Filipino names, you can tell from a distance. I mean, like they're Filipino names, there's two first names before the last name, before the middle name comes. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So there's like Mary Grace or Sheena Rose or like
like John Carlo or even like two like Matthew James, and that's just the first name, but then there's a middle name.
But why is that? Like, is they just can't make up their mind, so they have to like settle on two?
Or maybe just to give them an extra layer of I don't know,
give them a backup in case they don't like the first one.
Make them more
Which
interesting.
Which is true.
If you have more names, then you're more interesting. I don't know. I honestly.
Do you have two names?
No.
You're just Dennis.
Madonna only has one name.
Oh, yeah, see?
That's the American dream.
Cher as well, right?
Yeah. Jay-Z.
I gotta...
Oh, you gotta use the restroom?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Use the restroom. We'll continue when you're back. I like how you raised your hand as if you're in a class. What you do in social media is it's comedy. It is all your entire page is comedy.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy, what is that transition like, and have you given it any thought?
I have given it a lot of thought, but I think I'm just standing in my own way because I was just saying to your brother and Alex, like, it's a lot. It seems it's overwhelming because, I was telling you earlier, like doing music, you hop on stage, you have a verse and you're reciting something, even like poetry, like you're reciting something and that's in your memory and you just say that and then you're done, and you vibe out to whatever the music's playing, and you're done. But doing stand up now, it's like I'm getting up on stage, and I'm telling you jokes, and it's not like recording content where like I have the script in my head and I know what I'm gonna say, I know what to do. I record it and then edit it and then put it out. It's done. Now it's like, you know, even if it was like a group of like the audience was just like 4 people and they're like, okay, guys, so like you know, then it gets like, you know, like when it gets, I hate when it gets quiet because that's why I like performing, because the music's loud and I'm saying my verse, somebody else is saying their verse, and you do the chorus and all that. So it's not, there's no like silence with like when you're doing stand up, there's gonna be breaks where like you're not gonna be like saying like a million words, you know, per minute. You tell a joke and stop. So that shit to me is, it's like, damn, like I need to talk fast. I need to keep talking because I don't like hearing hearing somebody like clear their throat and so.
Well, have you done open mics before?
I have not.
You should try.
Still too.
Have you tried doing it in your character? Like if Tito Bong went up and did a 5-minute set?
So I've been I got something coming up in July where there's a comedy show, and the guy, my boy that is putting it together, he's like, I know you're trying to do it. I'm gonna give you a 5-minute set. So
here, go ahead, play it. Look into the camera and plug this show. Where it's at, when it is.
So I don't know all the information yet. It's still behind the scenes. I know it's July 1st in LA at but anyways,
you guys heard it here.
Yeah, July 1st
somewhere in LA.
You'll find it.
I will be letting you know about it soon, but I don't know the exact details except that it's on July 1st, and then there's other comedians. Supposedly one of the headliner or the headliner for the show is Rex already, so that's pretty dope. But I got 5 minutes in this thing, and
it's crazy.
And I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm saying. And then locally, like my boy is telling me like, in Vallejo they have. I've been to a show out there. They had like at the Vallejo Empress, not the theater, but the lounge next to it. They do like stand up. So I've been and I want to like soak it in and see how it goes. But you know, these people have done it before. So going there, it's like, damn, even then, just sitting in the crowd, like thinking, like imagining myself going up there and telling jokes for just 5 minutes is like, dude, I better be funny because I got 5 minutes and then I can't talk all 5 minutes. You know, like it's a different beast to just go up there and like, I don't know, tell jokes. And
we're no experts at it at all, but I'll tell you that 5 minutes can go by really fast.
Yeah.
It's what at the Empress Lounge, is that an open mic or is that like actual showcases?
I think it's like more of a showcase, but they also have had open mics. If it's not there, it's at Bambino's, and I don't know if it's changed.
They do it at Bambino's too.
Yeah.
How about this? How about like if there's an open mic in Vallejo, I'll hit you up, you hit me up.
Yeah.
Since we haven't really done it that much. I mean, we've only done like some open mics. We're for sure amateurs at it. Let's all just do it together.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. And I feel like that. Yeah, let's do it together because I don't want to go out there by myself. If we're somebody else out there, I know that we're
going through it.
Yeah.
And you said that you hate silence. So when there is silence, that's when Alejandro and I will come in.
This is great jokes.
I will just laugh hella loud.
I'm not laughing, but I'm enjoying myself.
I don't know what you said, but
but you're killing it up there, man.
You got it. You got to keep it going.
I mean, would you rather perform in front of 4 people or a crowd? Big crowd.
Probably a crowd.
Okay.
I don't know, because maybe then with less people in there, I feel like they're paying attention more. Maybe if there's a lot of more people in it than in the crowd, then they might not be fully focused on what it is I'm saying.
Yeah, there might be some drunk people in the crowd. They're just talking to each other.
Looking at their
There's
phone.
never really silence if it's a huge crowd.
Yeah.
And also what I've gathered is that when you perform in front of a large audience, naturally as humans, we assimilate. So if we hear 2 or 3 chuckles left and right, that kind of like tells our brain like, oh, this guy is funny. I'm going to laugh too. As opposed to just like 4 people in a room. Yeah. Man, you are going up against the toughest critics.
No, that definitely, I would think that it would be easier with more people there too.
What's the process like? Because this is where I get uncomfortable, is that I can't shoot my own sketches. Like, are you very comfortable with just propping up your own phone and you're in a room by yourself and like, okay, get the ball.
Time to do this. Let me put this jacket
it's
back
like,
on.
it's like exactly that. Like I got the idea. All right, I'm going to do this. And then there's no script. It's just, I got the ideas in my head. Hit record, get the little tripod, put the phone up, record, and then just start saying whatever can thing. Unless it's like one of those things where like there's a little bit of a story, but for the most part, it's just random off the top of my head. How absurd what's the most absurd thing I could say in a Filipino accent? Let's do that.
And do you beat yourself up over your content? Do you ever think like, shit, this is not gonna hit, and then it ends up hitting, or if like or do you praise yourself like you're funny?
This is gold. Can't wait for this shit to drop.
This is gonna be fire. I know it. No, it's not
this
like
is
that.
The one.
It's literally like I got an idea. All I need is one person to laugh, and if it's just me laughing at it, it's like let's do it. Like
yes.
I don't know if they're gonna laugh at it. If other people think it's funny, I'll ask another person's opinion. Usually it's my wife, who I live with, because she's the one there. So if she says don't do it, then I'm gonna do it.
I love that.
Because like usually like I don't know what happened, but I guess as I got into doing more content and realizing that more people like the bastos nasty stuff, that
you get kind of bastos.
Yeah.
Hey yo, this is Robbie Joves from Hercules, and me and my artist break off again. So if you know a girl that's single, tag her right now, because I want a girl that's got a spliff in my body, that's my opinion, and pinch my nipple. Also, that I like to play with a Pokemon, and have a hairy Poke. I want a girl who's gonna go to Seafood City with me, eat a balut with me, ride a bicycle with me, and make a cantut with me. I also want a girl who's gonna wash my dirty laundries, pull my brief, and then make a cantut with me on top of my brief. I need a girl that like to play a Nintendo Switch, and that's gonna let me play with her Switch, if you catch my drift. So all you sexy girl out there that wanna have a good time and a fun time and go boom 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 and zoom zoom zoom, I'm your man. Tag yourself. Okay, you bitches. I love you girls.
Lean towards that because but when I tell her what are my ideas, she goes, "Oh no, you can't do that. That's nasty." And then
so I'm
like,
curious.
I'll be like, "Yes, we're gonna do that."
We want the raw, uncut versions before your wife sees it and like filters any.
Oh no, she doesn't filter anything. There's just like it's literally I got an idea. It's like I'm trying to think of the one. I don't know. It's just an idea where here's I didn't do this yet, but there was just an idea. I just randomly started saying like, all right, I told her I'm gonna do a video where like I'm calling Jamba Juice. So it's like, hello, Jamba Juice. I heard that you guys have a special drink in your menu. Is it true you guys carry vaginal juice? And then she goes, no, you can't do that. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that because you told me I can't do that. And I'll just keep going, like expand it and talk more weird about it. But I still don't know if I'll do it. But
so your goal is to make your wife uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then I've heard people. Like one of my friends told his wife, like, it's like, hey babe, like this is this guy right here, he's my friend. Mm-hmm. And then she goes, that's your friend? And she goes, I feel so awkward, like I feel like I cringe every time I see him. Oh. And then I was like, yes, it's working. That's what I want.
You're going for the cringe factor.
Yeah, but then it's weird because if you're cringing, that's one person's opinion.
One reaction.
Yeah, and one reaction. But then there's other people like, you're fucking funny. Do that again. Say that shit again. And I was like, all right, I don't know. I mean, if you react to it, then I guess I succeeded because I got you to react.
You reacted to it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not the right reaction, but if you're reacting to it, it's getting. I mean, as if I'm really calling myself a comedian and supposed to make you laugh, then I shouldn't make you feel awkward. But then I don't know.
But you can.
Yeah. So
it depends
on reactions.
Yeah.
It's list some comedians whose shtick is the awkward funny. I mean, there's like Michael Cera, there's McLovin. These are not stand-up comedians, but they're
like
funny
neither of them.
people.
Yeah.
But Gilbert Gottfried is kind of like this niche, kind of like make you uncomfortable type of. It's
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson is a not
Fox News guy.
comedian, but it's you're getting a reaction nonetheless. And what you're doing right in social media is, once again, you're piercing the algorithms for a specific group of people that are on their phones, the Filipino community.
And I didn't intentionally do that. I just knew that, or I didn't. I just did what I did. Like I told you, I've always used the accent. I've always joked with Filipino, like with my friends that were Filipino, with my family, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't go into it like, all right, I'm gonna get. This is where my market, or this is my audience, right? It's just, and then people even like ask me like, you're gonna keep doing that accent, then like we were talking about earlier, like you're just gonna be Urkel, you're gonna be the guy doing the thing. But it's like, I don't know, I'm just doing what I've been doing. Like I'm not. I really have no idea what I'm doing. There's no set plan. It's just I gotta just put content out there.
Do you know what you want from this? Like, what is the dream?
The dream is to, not the real dream, but somewhat of a. If it's, I wouldn't mind being the Filipino Urkel. Like if I'm just known for that guy, I mean, I would hope that it would open up opportunities elsewhere because you know me as the Filipino Urkel.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up watching movies and TVs. Going in from high school to college, I actually wanted to go to like film school or theater school and shit like that. But then, your Filipino parents are like, what? You gonna do movies? Like that's not. There's no, you can't get paid. There's no security in that. Like,
what are you, Brad Pitt?
Yeah, exactly. Who do you think you are? You're not that funny. Like, but
not that funny.
Yeah, but it's like, it's, that's what I wanted to do. But obviously, I mean, even what I ended up like studying in college it wasn't what they wanted me to do. But I was like, what
did you study?
Advertising. I graduated with the advertising.
Well,
degree.
and it's helping you out with social media, ain't it?
I guess so. But I mean, it's just even then, like coming out of college, like when I figured like I had the aha moment, like I could do advertising. I could do these little funny things, and it will help sell or promote whatever. And I never got an advertising job because coming out of college, and it was like so competitive, like I had my network coming out of college. Like I didn't really know anybody, and it's trying to give out resumes and applications, and it didn't work out. So, but I mean, I guess I had that in me where like, even if I didn't go to college, I had a knack for, I guess, doing stupid shit. I don't know.
And look what it turned into, man. You just hit like 20K. You're past 20K now on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's a milestone for sure.
That's 19,999 more than what we have.
Just one single follower. But it's crazy that you did it, because my parents still don't understand. My mom doesn't know what I'm doing with this. She doesn't know what a podcast really is, this long form conversation type of thing, which is our creative outlet. I mean,
it's hard to explain.
It is. She thinks it's like this internet thing, the talk. I had an aunt come up say, "Oh, you're on a talk show." She thought I was on someone else's talk show. Yeah, I think yours. She thought that this was on TV. She says, "Wow, you're getting famous." Yeah, and I'm like, no, I don't even know how to bridge this thing. But I mean. They can't grasp that I mean, they're happy that I got myself a stable job and that I could support myself financially. And so they don't give a fuck what I do on the side. Yeah. Do you ever think about making sketches beyond just using the phone, of making like full sketches? Yes.
Yeah. Like I feel like after doing just this like stuff with myself, or that doesn't sound right either, but doing videos, these like comedy videos on Instagram, like I started thinking like it would be dope to like Saturday Night Live or In Living Color, like
nice.
There, like you said, like I started realizing, okay, like there's a Filipino audience. It's like I've never seen like a Filipino improv group or whatever doing like a Filipino in living color. It didn't have to be all Filipinos, but like, you know, I know
one
a
Jim
lot
Carrey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah. But just like that, like, it's just, I've never seen that. And I was like, you know, how, I don't know if it's the past couple years, but like, now you starting to hear like, oh, there's Filipinos in comedy and stuff. So like, let's do one of those. Let's do like a sketch comedy show where like, it doesn't necessarily have to be about Filipino things, even though like you know, there'd be a lot of Filipinos on the cast, but I'd be down to do something like that. But I mean, I wouldn't know how to set it up. I guess it would just, I'd have to talk to people would be interested in doing the same thing that I just talked about. But
do you have a circle of like-minded individuals, or are you amongst like the only people that you know are like kind of just doing this creative thing?
Like personally, like really no, like I've met people in doing these videos just like, you know, that are doing it, but I didn't, only because they're doing what I'm doing, but we're not like, they're not in my circle of like, I just met them online and, you know, it's cool. And those are the people I would like to network with and create with. But like in my own like nobody's doing what everyone, you know, would say you're pretty funny, not knowing like, you probably can't do anything with that. And I would agree with them. But then when I finally just put the videos out, then now they're like, dude, like, oh, you got something here.
Got something going on, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Like, I thought you guys were right. Like, I thought that this was just to make you guys laugh. Like, I mean, like, family and friends. Like, I didn't think that everybody else was gonna laugh.
Dude, but your family and friends are your test demographic because
for
like,
everything.
Yeah, we all have those Filipino uncles that could watch your video of, I mean, one of my favorite videos of you is the typical uncle that says, that wants to go to Cash Creek.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
Hello, nephew. Did I just hear you say Cache Creek? Say less. Go grab your Flyers card, your ID, and your cash, and let's go secure the bag.
That shit's so funny because we all got those uncles.
Yeah.
And I think it could turn into something. I mean, like, you must be surprised at the growth already in the past 3 years. The next thing that could happen, all it takes is one Joe Coy, one Rex Never Ready to see you and put you in something.
Yeah.
Like, we have a friend that went to DVC, that went to Diablo Valley College with us. And, like, I ran into him through theater. And it turns out that he was one of the openers for Joe Coy's Netflix special when he went to the Philippines and had...
The Filipino, when he went to the Philippines.
When he went to the Philippines.
It was, there was a few. It was not.
Andrew Rolfo.
Yeah. So he's supposed, the show in LA that I'm talking about, he's supposed to be a part of that.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we're going to go to
DVC?
He went to DVC. That's how we got to know him.
I went to DVC too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Shit, none of us ran into each other?
Yeah. Well, I was probably there way before you guys.
No, we never ran into each other.
Yeah,
Just barely missed each other.
All right, yeah.
Walk past each other in the halls.
But, like, yeah, we know him. We're going to go do his podcast next month, and it's really exciting because, I mean, it's because of our creative outlets that we get to meet like-minded individuals, and it's also because, and I think it's because our ethnicity, that is tight-knit culture, is just like, hey, you're Filipino, I'm Filipino too, we're doing the same thing, let's help each other out, right?
Yeah, I think it is. It's pretty dope that, because before I had like doing music is also another, or when I was doing music, it's different because I also always felt like they weren't as supportive. Like they might be, but it seemed like it was so harder to be an artist because they're not everyone didn't seem as supportive because everybody was trying to do the same thing. And I mean, even in doing comedy, like I feel like everybody could eat. There's a piece of pie, piece of cake for everybody. Yeah. But I feel like that's everything. Like in music, just because I'm an artist, you're an artist, doesn't mean that if that you're gonna be more popular, more successful than me because either you have a bigger fan base or whatever. Like everybody could get it. Everybody could be successful, but it just seemed different trying to be like, hey man, I'm a musician or I'm an artist. You want to collaborate with me? Oh, let me look at your numbers on you. You don't have your numbers ain't like that. Nah, you can still pay me, but I don't. Even then, if I wanted to play you, if I don't, some artists wouldn't want to mess with me or us if we didn't have that amount of followers, if we don't have views on our videos. But I don't know if because everybody likes to laugh and it's easier for me to like, hey man, like you're saying, like I've met people like normally that wouldn't respond to anything I would reach out to them about because I guess I'm making them laugh. So now it's like, hey man, you like even people I went to high school with never said shit to me, and now it's like, hey man, hell funny. Like, oh, I never thought.
Sure.
I thought you
Yeah.
forgot who the fuck I was. Like, it's not like they're saying like like they're like trying to be like extra buddy, but like they're acknowledging, I guess, that I'm making them laugh. So if that makes you acknowledge me because you're laughing, then it's working for me. You laughing at what I'm saying or what I'm doing, and that works. That's fine.
Comedy, I mean, it's a much more collaborative sport than music can be collaborative.
Yeah.
But like it depends on like what facet of the industry, and you were rapping.
Yeah.
And especially in the rap industry, there's a lot of like egos out there where it's more competitive than it is collaborative.
Yes.
And from like people from other creators that I know that have switched from the music industry to the entertainment industry, they've said that the entertainment industry was surprisingly less toxic than the music industry. In the music industry, you go to like an event, and people you meet, they're gonna be fake. They're gonna be shaking your hand.
Fail.
Yeah, they want you to fail. They're meeting you for their own selfish purposes. As opposed to like this podcast that we do is fucking dope because we wanted to just have a nice chat with you, right? It's not because of your numbers, but it is genuinely because you made me laugh. Dude,
Thank you.
because like this week we're having you on. Next week it could be some guy that doesn't even have an Instagram profile that we did improv with years ago, and like where are the numbers with that? But it doesn't change the fact that we're having a good conversation and like we're making this fun thing, dude.
Of course.
So I'm glad you understand that.
No, it's just I realized that after, like you're saying, like doing music, I was like, dude, like even though like we're the same, like you're saying, like okay, we're the same ethnicity, we're Filipino, and there's other Filipino rappers. I mean, I'm not saying that every Filipino like, but it just seemed harder to like have a legitimate reason, not reason, but the connection. Like, all right, but now like just doing comedy, it feels like everybody's down to rock with each other, even though we don't know each other like that. But for music, it was like, it's like number based or whatever. But I don't know. I guess it's like you said, a different part of the entertainment industry, and I guess that's how it is.
Yeah.
But
because there's a difference between like not fucking with someone's content if you just don't think they're talented. That's fucked up. That's mean. Like let's say if
You're
it's
allowed
like
to not like
yes,
things.
right?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to like someone's music just because they're making music in the same hometown as you, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But
you shouldn't shit on them just because you don't like them. Yeah.
yeah, and but you also don't have to exactly.
Yeah. You it's not your bag.
Exactly. But, I think there is power in being able to step forward and honestly collaborate and honestly acknowledge someone else's talent for what it truly is and be like, yes, I think you're funny. Rather than like having to fake it or saying like, hey, I think you're funny. And in the back of my mind, it's just like, you got the numbers. You have the numbers that I want, right?
Yeah.
Which is a fucked up part of the industry because humans are selfish. Also, so like we're getting toward the end of the podcast.
Okay.
And we like to wrap this up in fun ways. You said you rapped.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you two options, and I hope you say yes to both of them.
I think he's already said no to one of these actually.
No, I'm going to force him to say yes to
Let's
everything.
see. Maybe I could get some courage.
Here. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Let's see. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, okay.
I have nothing.
All right. This is just you and me. But...
Okay.
You're making intense eye contact with me.
Because I'm like, anticipating what the two things.
Oh, so we end this podcast usually by doing an improv scene with our guests.
Okay.
But sometimes we also end the podcast if the guest is down for it by freestyle rapping. And I'm down to do either or both. And I'm hoping you say yes to both because that'd be kind of fun.
Okay, let's try both. No guarantees on.
That's why it's improv, dude. It's off the top of the head.
Let's do. I feel more comfortable with either, but not either with the improv type. But let's just roll the dice.
All right, we'll do improv first to get us loosey goosey and silly, and then we'll end it with a freestyle, which he might actually jump in. He's saying no right now. But
I said no too, so
I'm not. I'm not in the. Left my rhyme book at home.
Okay, well, let's start with an improv scene. Yeah, okay. Let's get a suggestion from the audience. We have my lovely fiance Melissa Lopez here, and we also have my lovely brother
Melissa Lopez.
JR here. Can I have a suggestion, a one-word suggestion from the audience?
Fog.
Fog. All right, ladies and gentlemen, highly relevant. All right. Up next, we have coming up to the
You're gonna
mic.
make us rap in the improv scene, aren't you?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I thought that's where this was going.
That would have been smart.
The way you started, I was like, oh, wait, we were doing both now, all at once. Okay.
You're gonna get us one way or another, you bitch.
Okay, let me start. Okay, all right.
You thought it too though for a second there.
I did. It's like, what an intro.
All right, hey guys, welcome to the Market Street
Wrap up.
Foggy open mic session. Up next, we have Alejandro Middleton, followed by Robbie Joves from Hercules, coming up to the stage. It's actually a rap battle.
I didn't sign up for this.
I thought we were doing comedy, but that's
I was
fine.
just gonna try improv.
Here we are. Are you Robbie? You're Robbie?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Hi, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Hi, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay,
My name
all
is
right.
Robbie Joves from Hercules. Yo.
Yeah, I got a friend from Hercules. I know the area.
It's interesting that they're having just a conversation on stage. You guys
Oh,
are
well, you stopped
performing for
talking,
people.
so
yeah.
you know, as an announcer, we thought you'd...
Okay, yes. So if you guys don't know the rules yet, audience members, we're going to root and say woo for the rapper that we think did better in this rap battle. So by a roll of dice,
What do you say if you don't like them?
then you just don't say anything, or you can boo. If you want to go to the fruit stand adjacent to you, you could throw tomatoes and big parts of lettuce if you'd like to. So up first, I'm going to roll this dice. Can I have a number between 1 and 12?
Ooh, 11.
11. Robbie?
8.
8. And boom, it's 11. Alejandro, you go first. And it looks like, let me see, from the audience, can I get a number between 1 and 12? 2. That's a 2. That means it's a cappella.
It's the only way I do it.
All right.
I don't know. I literally don't know another way.
All right. From the 4'11" Filipino girl in the front row, can I get a one word to
She's gonna ask for another
jumpstart
number.
his rap?
Cheese.
Cheese. Also, can I have a number between 1 and 12?
7.
7. That's just for luck. It was a 6. So go ahead.
All right. Cheese.
And remember, this is a rap battle.
Okay. Cheese, baby, please. Come on over here and give me some cheese. You get down on your knees and you say, baby, please. I want you to be my queens.
All right.
Woo.
I can't tell if they're saying woo or boo, but it's okay. Robbie Joves.
What kind of judging is this?
Robbie Joves from Hercules. You're next.
Does he have the same word? Does he get a new word?
Wait. Can I have a number between 1 and 12, Robbie?
6.
6.
Same one as last time, I think.
All right. It is a 6, which means that you have the choice of either going a cappella or having me beatbox for you.
I would like to choose daily double of the. I would like a beatbox accompaniment from you, please, sir.
Well, lucky for you. And I don't know what daily double means in terms of this because it seems like you chose beatbox. But we'll go with the daily double beatbox today. All right. Tell me how fast you want to go.
Whoa, I just met you, so I don't know. That's a little bit inappropriate, but I'll let you choose the speed, the tempo, the pace.
All right, I'll go. Oh.
Am I talking about cheese too?
Oh, you're right. All right. Little Filipino lady in the front row. Can I have a one-word suggestion to jumpstart his freestyle?
Holocaust.
I said little Filipino girl in the front row, not racially ambiguous man in the back. Feet? Feet it is. Robbie Joves from Hercules. Are you ready?
I am ready for
All right.
this. That doesn't sound Filipino. That sounded European, but okay. I am ready. Yes. Okay. Let's go. I like it. Okay. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Now I sound like Borat, but it's okay. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. I like Pete. Big Pete, little Pete, smelly Pete is the best. Yeah, put your Pete in my chest, and then we can have Pete sex. Ooh, it's slimy, cause your Pete is sweaty. Your perspiration makes me ready to have some fun with your Pete. Give me a peanut butter, and I'll lick it off the bottom of your feet. Ow! Is that glass? Were you walking in the street of a glass? Oh my gosh, yeah. Your Pete is making my tongue bleed. Call 911. Oh my gosh, but your Pete tastes like dinuguan. That means pig blood in your Pete, not saying that your Pete is ugly. Oh my God, your Pete is pretty and it's beautiful. I want to take a picture with your Pete and post it as my profile picture in Facebook. I'm done.
This is Quentin Tarantino's obituary.
Me as a judge, I know that I'm not allowed to choose.
But you wooed. You openly wooed into your mic.
I openly wooed. It was on accident. It was subconscious. Robbie Joves from Hercules. So it seems that you've won this rap battle. Alejandro Middleton, we have a compensation prize for second place winners. So...
Where are these men taking me? Where am I going?
They're taking you to the back right now. Then that's it from Alejandro Middleton.
I don't think he won.
I don't think you won either.
I don't think so.
Robbie Joves, as your prize, we have coming in from behind the curtain a new 2023 Model X Tesla.
Wow. Wow, electric car. Oh my God. Where can I plug that in? I don't have a plug in my garage, but if it's solar powered, then I will take that.
It's not.
And scene. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's great. I guess we don't have to freestyle anymore. You know, I really wouldn't have done that if you didn't bring it up.
What?
It would have been a completely different.
No, you were starting.
No. I was gonna do a stand-up set.
I really thought the same thing.
I was gonna do an open mic stand-up set. So it was either between freestyle rapping or just
I thought it was gonna
stand-up set.
It went about as well as it would have gone either way.
That was fantastic. You guys both did very well. I love Dinugo on Feet. That is my favorite title of any rap song.
That is a unique.
It's a market.
Acquired taste.
My favorite part was, did you walk on glass? There's a street outside that you walked on made of glass. Which is fucking funny, dude. So funny. Before we end, like, dude, is there anything else you wanted to talk about that you don't think we touched up on? Like, that you just want to get out there publicly?
Anything you want to get off your chest?
Except the foot of glass that was on my chest that I put peanut butter on. No, man, it was really fun to just kick it with you guys and talk.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks for coming out.
It's actually like I was telling you earlier. Like, I've been on a few podcasts, but this is the only one that I've been on where it was in person. The other ones was either over the phone or on Zoom because it was during the pandemic stuff. So it was dope to actually, listen to, and like I said, I was
be in the moment.
There's I really don't have much else to say. I am a man of pure word. I just let my comedy speak for itself. And
great.
Yeah, dude, man. Right on. Thank you.
Your comedy does speak very loudly. I have to say.
Well, if you ever want to do another podcast, you know where we live now,
and I'm down. You let me know. I'll be back.
You can park in the garage anytime you want.
Yeah, I had to move my car so far down the street.
No, you didn't. I could have
gotten the ticket. Just double park.
I could have parked further down the street.
There's nowhere.
There's nowhere. It's Mother's Day weekend, so that's why.
I just realized that.
Yeah, better call your mom.
But yeah. Dude, wait, one more question. Is there a reason why your entire page is just skits? There's like nothing, like I said, it was so hard to find anything. It was hard for me to find out your real name, like Dennis, Barcelona.
I said it earlier. I'm really, really, really shy, shy guy. And prior to the page that I'm using now, like you know, the name is XL since 2003. So that was the page that we were using as our group page, and I never had any social media page until I started doing the comedy videos. I just took over what we had as a group, and
Not bad.
I don't know. I just don't want to. I never was on social media like that until I started putting the videos out. I mean, I was like the lurker, like the stalker, not stalker, but just looking at everybody.
We didn't say it.
Just looking at everybody's stuff and, you know, living vicariously through whatever.
You had a bot page that you're just so you can look
like
at.
Kevin Durant, like a burner page, like, you know,
User
like,
5328988.
whatever. Yeah, exactly,
Gotcha.
like that. But yeah, I don't know. Like at this point, I just know I would like you to know me through
What you're putting out.
Yeah, like I mean, the other stuff is like, I don't know. I guess it's not private, but it's just. I don't know if anybody wants to know about that stuff. I just feel like the comedy, the videos that I'm doing right now, that's everybody was like, Mari tests this, Mari tests that.
Sure.
Randomly, I noticed that like now that I'm doing these videos, whenever I'll see a video and I'll laugh at it and be like, hey, it's just funny. And then somebody will send me the video because like the Mari test shit, like there's people like what you were saying earlier about how that's what Mari test means. I didn't know that. And everyone kept sending me that video. And I'm like, you know, I guess it's because, you know, that's what I talk about. Yeah. And so they recognize that. And yeah, but then like, even like there's that video with I think his username on Instagram is Tagalog Kurt it was an animated video where there was like little birds, owls. And the owl's name was Peck Peck. And yeah, so that video, everyone kept sending me the video. And then I was like, damn, y'all only know me because of Peck Peck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's everybody. And it's like, it's cool. It's cool and it's not cool, but it's like, I mean, at least I know that, like I was telling you, like the whole, you know, all my stuff is, not all of it, but a good portion is like boss stuff, but if you remember me when you hear the word Peck Peck, then
that's all you need.
The first word I think of when I'll hear it.
Yeah, that's my middle. That's my new middle name.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yeah, that's my new middle name.
On your gravestone.
Yeah,
not a bad middle name.
But yeah, Peck Peck.
Hell yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm so glad that we got you on here as Dennis. I know that I prefaced earlier today saying who you're going to come on as, but I just wasn't sure if you wanted to come in as a character. But I'm glad we got to know Dennis. I think the rest of the world and all of your viewers and fans, they want to know who Dennis, the man behind Bong and Robbie, truly is. And I think they got a piece of that.
A little bit, yeah. I think they're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
So great job. Any plugs you want to shout out before we end?
So there was a show that I'm doing in July. I still don't know where it's at. Andrew or Rolfo will supposedly be there. I still haven't got the final details. That's one. The Vallejo Pista Nayon, the festival they do annually at it used to be the waterfront, now at the Mare Island Coal Sheds. I will be emceeing the event.
Nice.
On June 3rd, Saturday, June 3rd.
Nice. Well, okay.
That's it.
The listeners heard it here. If you are a local, go check them out and whatnot. If you're in LA, July 1st, somewhere
Find
in LA.
it somewhere.
So it'll be somewhere there in LA on July 1st.
Just start driving around. It's a small town.
Yeah, very small.
You'll figure it out. No traffic.
None whatsoever.
It's good for a nice drive.
Very
Midday,
nice people.
Just drive around. Nobody's mad. Nobody's on drugs.
Yeah. Everyone is just so selfless.
And you know what? They just aren't fake.
Yeah. They're the
most
realest
real people, down to earth, salt of the earth people in LA.
Yeah.
And not a pedophile in sight.
No, not one.
Not in Hollywood.
All right, Dennis, if you could just do one last thing before we end the episode, and if you could freestyle. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Look into the barrel of your camera and leave the viewers with a saying and a word or an anecdote. Just anything.
I'm going to go with Peck Peck.
I was hoping it'd be Peck Peck. Thank you so much. All right, baddies, you could follow Dennis's page at XL since 2003. That's on Instagram and TikTok.
On Instagram, XL since 2000. On TikTok, it is Bong Robbie.
Bong Robbie.
And the O's are zeros as an ode to my generation of pager code
Well,
people.
you've been that show since 2003.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. All right. Follow the podcast at ICBTB Podcast.
Follow Christian has asthma.
Follow Alejandro at call_me Jesus and
Check out our website, icbtb.com.
merch eventually when we sit down and get some money to do this damn thing. But yeah, other than that, we love you guys. Dennis, thank you again for coming.
No, thank you too. Thank you guys for having me, and I really appreciate that you considered me for showing up in your room of podcasting.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to flip it back to Christian's bedroom. This is where you and Melissa sleep. So as soon as you leave, we'll get the bed back in here and everything.
Okay,
Switch
okay.
things
I
up.
can help with that.
Take the lights down.
All right, y'all. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.